Good morning, everybody. Sorry, I'm trying to adjust this. So, the reason this is called Oops, I Did It Again is not because this is a free Britney Spears video, even though I've been looking into that and I gotta say, it's kind of shady what's going on for Britney. Not that I'm a huge fan, but I said I wasn't going to make any more prepper videos. But I've seen a couple of videos talking. I've been watching other people's videos and they're still talking about it. And there were a couple of things that I felt like they missed that I know about. So I thought, let me talk to you guys about them. So let's start with the first thing. I know I talked about this in another video. I don't like this. Most people don't like this. But it's a great thing to keep in your preps because it's really shelf stable. Like, it lasts forever. The thing is if you're going to get that, I recommend that you get this. Yes, good old Ovaltine. Okay, so if you're curious what the difference between Ovaltine and like Nestle Quick is, or just like any of those chocolate mixes, Ovaltine was actually developed, I think, during the Depression. And it has, if you look at it, where is it? Let's see if it has the little 12 essential vitamins. Ovaltine was developed, I believe, during the Depression. I'm going to double check on that. But it was specifically to add, it was a supplement to be added to milk and really for hot chocolate, which was something that was really common for both adults and children to eat back then, to drink back then. And it was to help provide some more nutrients, extra calcium, extra vitamin D. And when you read the label, it's actually full of vitamins. Nestle Quick, stuff like that, doesn't have that stuff. Now, Carnation Instant Breakfast Mix, which is very similar, it's also chocolate, like Ovaltine, has more protein and has about the same of the essential vitamins. But when I was looking at them in the store, they're just about the same price. This is actually a little bigger. The Ovaltine, the calorie count on Ovaltine was like 140 calories when added to a cup of milk. This is 110 because this has less sugar than the Carnation Instant Breakfast. So keep that in mind. It still has sugar. It's actually got two kinds of sugars. It's got dextrose in it and it's got plain old sugar. But yeah, I mean, it's got sucrose and dextrose, right? So that's plain sugar and like the sugar that's taken out of, I think it's a grain-based sugar. Anyway, so keep in mind, it does have sugar. But what I'm saying is if you're going to have that powdered milk, you need to get something like this because that powdered milk tastes awful. But if you have kids, you can make the Ovaltine into hot chocolate. Again, I talked about hot chocolate in another video. It's just a nice treat, you know, like I'm having my hot tea. It's raining like crazy in New Jersey. I love a cup of hot tea when it's like this outside. Okay, and the other thing I didn't talk about that I wanted to talk about in my videos, I did talk about it a little bit, but I'm going to go into it a little further. And that is, it's a really good idea to have things that have electrolytes, like a powdered electrolyte. Like I have this one, which is, I got this because it's sugar-free. It uses stevia. It's called Keto Electrolyte. It was more expensive. You can get just plain old Gatorade, which was a lot cheaper. Like a can that was actually bigger than this was about $8 at Walmart. And you can just get Gatorade, but it's going to have more sugar in it. You can also do stuff like this, like Powerade, which is fine. It's shelf stable as long as it's not open. There was this stuff, it's Bolt. Now this is an electrolyte, but it has like, I don't know, Arnitine, I don't know. It's got one of those things that the bodybuilders like in it. And then there's stuff like this. This is a product that's actually, I think, made for children, but it's a coconut water and it's flavored coconut water. Coconut water actually has a lot of electrolytes in it. And I found this out when I was receiving my cancer treatment. I used to go out and I used to look at a lot of like the boards where people talked about their treatment and what was going on. And one of the things I saw was to replenish your electrolytes and just in general to keep your potassium up, which is what goes down when you're doing a lot of chemo, was coconut products, specifically coconut water. So I found coconut water popsicles. I started drinking the coconut water like Zico and things like that. And it really helped me a lot. But these are all shelf stable, and they're things that you can keep in your pantry. Like this one, you notice has only 1 gram of sugar. It's mostly from the pineapple juice that's added. So shelf stable. If you're trying to watch your sugar, you can do something like this in your electrolytes. There's not much help for the powdered milk. I mean, you could, I guess, get cacao and stevia if you really want to avoid sugar. But I don't know. They're both kind of expensive. Not stevia so much, but cacao is expensive. But so I just wanted to talk about a couple of these things. And I also wanted to, I know I've said a couple of times I really don't believe in this stuff because I don't really believe in prepping for something that's imaginary or something that might never happen. My idea is, and it finally like came to me what I was trying to express. Our ancestors used to prepare for winter. You had to get through winter. You couldn't just go to a supermarket and buy food. It's not the way people lived. People had to go and they had to, grow their garden and can it and dry it and put it in a root cellar. You couldn't just get up because you felt like it and drive to a store and buy whatever. They didn't have the way we have produce now where you can get almost anything all year. Doesn't matter whether it's in season or not. They just didn't have that. So they had to get through winter. They had to put things by for winter. So your grandma, and probably maybe even your mother, depending on how old you are, probably had this habit of having a really stocked pantry. And the thing about this was it wasn't just about getting through winter. It also got them through hard times. And that's what's really, rather than being alarmist, because a lot of these videos I'm watching are really alarmist. They're talking about like rioting and, the trucks with the food aren't going to be able to get through major cities, like all of this crap. They have no way of knowing this is going to happen. By the way, these are the same people that sold us all like, 20 acres of land in the middle of the desert before Y2K. These are the same people. Let's face it. They're basically the same mentality. But what you should be thinking about is don't be alarmist. Don't think about that stuff. What I do foresee is we're getting a second wave of COVID, and you may just not want to go out to the supermarket if we go into lockdown again. So prepping and having a good sized pantry now, and maybe getting yourself a small freezer and putting a lot of frozen vegetables in it. And if you eat meat, lots of frozen meat, whatever. That's what we need to be thinking about. We shouldn't be alarmist. We should just be preparing ourselves for winter, to get through winter. Let's put stuff by to make it through winter, just like our ancestors did for thousands of years. So with that note, guys, keep your chins up. Don't give into this hysteria. I know it's scary thinking about a second lockdown. It might happen, it might not, who knows. But you could just prepare for if the business you work for closes, make sure you have extra food so you can get by a little bit, but let's not be alarmist, okay? Anyway, until next time, like, subscribe, have a really good day, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.